Well, if you feel like you've gone down the wrong career path, it's not too late to make a change. If you're feeling unfulfilled in your job, well, it's normal, but you deserve a career that brings you purpose and a paycheck. So how exactly do you kickstart your journey to finding meaningful work? Here to help is Ken Coleman, host of the Ken Coleman Show and author of Find the Work You're Wired to Do. I love this topic very, very much here. So first off, in terms of how you even find work that you consider meaningful to you, where does that thought process even start?
Yeah, so it's all about self-awareness. The more aware we are of how we are designed, and that's why we've called the book Find the Work You're Wired to Do. We think that there are three wires that we can say confidently that everybody has. The first wire is what you're really good at doing. We all come in with into this world with talent. So these are things we do well. Think of skills. And then the second wire is what we love to do. This is work that we look forward to and work that when we're engaged in it, time seems to disappear on us. And then the third wiring is about results. Everybody wants to make a difference in this world. And so what motivates us? Well, what we know from psychology research is that there are results that we all care deeply about. And when we can figure out how to use what we do best, that's the talent piece, to do what we love, that's passion, to produce results that matter to us, mission, now we can see a lot of work out there and we see where we are a good fit. And that's huge. We don't teach this like we ought to in our homes or in the classroom.
So Ken, let's break some of this down, because sometimes it might be that the thing you love might not particularly be good for a career, maybe a side hustle. I had a boyfriend who thought he was hilarious, wanted to be a comedian. He was not funny at all, but like, how do you break that to people who really aren't self-aware?
Yeah, this is a really good question, and you make the very good point. You have to be self-aware. Can I be good enough at this to actually get paid for it? If the answer is no, then it's a hobby. It's a labor of love, if you will. And so that's really important. And back to those three wires. I'm good at it, I enjoy it, and it produces a result that I care about. So the self-awareness comes into, again, people will pay me for this because I'm good enough that they actually want to pay for it. So in your boyfriend's case, you know, look, if he stays with it and stays with it and stays with it and stays with it, maybe he can get paid to be a comedian down the line.
Yeah, he's an ex-boyfriend for a reason. That did not pan out. He was not funny. But
Good
for those who do, for those who do have a skill and they're like, okay, look, there might be a market for this. What are the steps that you take from saying, I'm good at this and I enjoy it? It could be profitable. How do you go from that to turning it into a paycheck?
That's right. So now that we know what we're good at doing, we want to now look at what can we do and where can we do it? And this is looking at the marketplace to see, all right, I'm a good fit for this type of job, for this potential path. And so now it's all about getting qualified. So what is it that I need to learn and what is it that I need to do? This is education and experience. So we ask these questions first. Now listen, as the world evolves, and you're reporting on this, I'm sure, every day, companies are requiring less and less degrees for the type of work that in the past they've required degrees for. So we want to ask the question, is it a certification? Is it an online class? Is it a boot camp? Whatever it is, does it require a degree? And if the answer is no, that's going to save you a lot of time and money. So what do I need to do? What do I need to learn? Then what do I need to do? What kind of experience do I need? A lot of people call the Ken Coleman Show going, hey, I've applied for this, but they're saying I don't have enough experience. Well, it's because you're applying for something a little too high up the ladder. So where do we get in? There's entry level for every position in every career path. So those are the first two questions. Now, once we figure out what is it that I need to learn and then do, that's education and experience, how much are both of those ventures going to cost me? What's the hard cost of my time and money to get qualified? And then that allows me to figure out what my expectation should be. So maybe this is a 2 to 3 year path. And if we set ourselves with that mindset of being realistic, now all of a sudden we'll have that resilience to finish it. And that's where so many people, Rochelle, just get off the path because they don't answer those questions. What do I need to learn? What do I need to do? How much is it going to cost? And how long will this take? Because if I get the answers to those 4 questions, I've got a plan and I can stick with the plan. But absent of those answers, it feels very intimidating and confusing.